Hey Joel, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Love you for a ride. Buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance the morning light. Feel the music. Through your veins. Come on down, let's have fun. Let's have fun. Hey Joel, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Love you for a ride. Buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance the morning light. Feel the music. Through your veins. Come on down, let's have fun. Let's have fun. Hey Joel, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Love you for a ride. Buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance the morning light. Feel the music. Through your veins. Come on down, let's have fun. Let's have fun.
Hey y'all, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Today, here we are. Today we are going to talk about, and this go back in the days, right? Because I want to show you guys. Hey, Lakeisha, what's up, Johnny? Hey, Spice, what's up, Sunday? I want to show you guys. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. What's up, Jay? Nothing has changed, right? Nothing. They was deadbeat. They was always deadbeats, right? But we're gonna talk about child support, right? Wow. Wow. A chicken? Oh, I'm glad they took that off, DJ. But wow. I girl, I tell you, y'all better read your community guidelines. And on top of that, you gotta understand everything your content is in there. The algorithm does not know what to do if you put a chicken there, right? They don't know what to do. You gotta be very careful. All right. We're going buck way into time. This 83, right? This 83. And Hezekiah, which I love him daily, well, his content daily. Let's check it out. And you guys tell me what you think about it. I know I'm on a little bit early, but I may come back on again. I don't know. But let's go.
Just have several other expenses. I've just tried to pay everybody something and just did not.
Everybody but your child.
What's up, boo?
Put your child last.
Not
In
intention.
effect.
In effect, yes.
Yes, sir. Well, how are you barely making it? Where are you getting the money to barely make it?
Right now, I'm just living with my mother.
Mothers are wonderful institutions. They support little children and grown men.
Excuses. They're always excuses. Excuses. They're always excuses. I just like, I thought I'll just say that part. So let's listen to the excuses. And they bold. They bold with it. They bold with it, right? This 83. So again, I like to bring my receipts, right? I like to bring the receipts. So I'm tired of you guys arguing with me, right? Well, this is how it was. No, it was not. And like I explained to you last night, there's no way I've been on this earth long as I've been on this earth. And I'm going to let some people, I don't care how great their channel is, I refuse to let them tell me anything. Not saying you can't learn stuff from people, but you ain't going to convince me of something which I was there for, right? Oh, no, this is how it was. No, it wasn't. If all of us are saying the same thing, hey, sis, what is up? Good to see you, sis. They come with all the, and the woman did this, and the woman did that. Oh, you did, sis? Who's talking about you? Who's talking about you? Let me see. Let me check that out. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Because my nosy ass want to know now, right? Oh, no, I don't have it. No, it didn't show it. It didn't show it to me. I didn't get it. Let me check my mail. Maybe it's there. A whole what? Yeah, that's what I'm checking now. That's what I'm checking out. What's up, Nene, my baby? What's up, sis? I don't know why it's acting funny. I have no messages. That's crazy. I guess I get it when it comes. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. It's from the Britches Rule. Yeah, but like I keep telling y'all, I keep okay. Dang, it. I'm about to just check the page. But like I tell you, oh, let's get into. Remember, this is 1983. This is how much the black man took care of the black woman. This 83. I done went back to the 70s. I went back to the 60s. I'm still. I even did a show with the grandmas. I'm still trying to see what they're talking about. I'm not saying I didn't know a couple, but that's the minority, not the majority. Maybe I missed something. Especially with people that's old 50 and over. Maybe we missed something, right? Maybe the younger people were here first, right? Even though we're older than them and they're younger than us, maybe they was here first. So they saw all of this stuff they're talking about, right? I don't know. I don't know.
This is, I got a
Just have several other expenses. I've just tried to pay everybody something and just did not.
Everybody but your child. Put your child last.
Not
In
intentional.
effect.
In effect, yes.
Yes, sir. Well, how are you barely making it? Where are you getting the money to barely make it?
Right now, I'm just living with my mother.
Mothers are wonderful institutions. They support little children and grown men.
this is, I got a long history. I've made time and time again. Each time supposed to get some money for this lady's child. He doesn't do anything. The only thing we have is promises, and we never seem to get any money out of it.
Keep your hands off of it. And I mean it, so keep your hands off. Don't put your hands and keep your. Just don't put your hand on it no more.
A boy can make 'em, but a represent a woman that is faithful. Child. But just keep in mind that you're somebody's son. How would you like it if your father
Chester County, New York, you can charge child support to a credit card. And by making it hard, more and more delinquent fathers end up in jail.
Of course, I know he didn't pay.
The stepped-up system seemed to generate as much hostility as money, and both men and women are organizing to fight the system.
If the man not in court, then they can't do anything.
The women to insist on still stronger enforcement, the men to claim discrimination by the courts.
The judge characterizes himself as a male chauvinist, and he says he puts women up on pedestals.
Success in collection varies, and most experts say that finally it's the judge who makes the difference. In Memphis and Shelby County Juvenile Court in Tennessee, Kenneth Turner makes a difference. He's nationally known as a judge who takes child support very seriously.
I've never been opposed for re-election. I was just re-elected to an 8-year term. I don't know what the future will bring, but I intend to serve out that 8 years, doing just what I've said I would do when I was first elected over 20 years ago. and that is enforce parents' responsibilities.
Does he have any unusual features or anything about him that you could use to identify him?
You're a friend of his, or?
What's going to happen is if you don't show up in court down there, they're going to issue a warrant for you.
In Memphis, the Child Support Agency is in the juvenile courthouse, and from parent location to court appearance, Turner can stay in touch. In court, 6 referees preside for him, as he puts it, in his image. Chief Referee Curtis Person.
I think if any one of us got out of tune with that policy that's been established, which is a tough policy for strict enforcement of child support, then I think we would have to go someplace else. Mr. Page, you've been in the courtroom now for almost an hour. You've heard what I've said to the other defendants. It all applies to you. You have an equal obligation where this child's concerned. You're going to have to keep your payments up to date. Stop coming down here. You're building a bad record. You've already had 4 complaints. Nothing is more important than taking care of your minor child.
Yes, sir. I mean, I paid it the best I could. As far as the amount that's due, I didn't think it was that much. And by my records, I thought it was $125. And I've gotten 2 different amounts. And according to,
Mr. Page, just pay it monthly like you're supposed to, and you won't have to worry about all that. You're in contempt of court, be confined definitely to the Shelby County Jail until you pay the total arrearage of $285. Another payment will be due between now and the end of the month.
Investigators call these the cases that never close.
You do it all by yourself without any help from the father. But if she can work, Mr. Greer, you can work and help the child too.
If I can find a job.
Do you like to go to jail, Mr. Greer? Would you rather go to jail than pay support?
No, sir.
When you go out and do part-time work and you get money to barely make it on your own, then you've got to share some of that with your child. And you don't ever seem to want to do that. I know you've heard all these things before, Mr. Greer, because you have really been down here a lot. Far too many times.
Chief Referee Curtis Person.
The only time they seem to close is when the children finally reach the age of majority. Because these parents, that have been back to the court for 8, 10, 12, and 20, and even sometimes 30 times, these people are just going to do everything they can to avoid their responsibility where their children are concerned. This is a $50 weekly support order for 2 minor children. It's been in this court since 1980. Mr. Clemens has apparently never paid anything through the court. For the past year, Mr. Clemens, you're $2,600 behind. Where do you work?
I work for Harsh Manufacturing. I've been out there about 4 or 5 months. I was out of work for 3 months this spring. I was out of work for over 3 months last fall. I haven't had the money.
Are you working now?
Yes. And I haven't had
full-time?
Yes.
How much money did you bring today?
How much money did I bring
How
today?
much do you have in your pocket?
I don't know. I got a little over $100. I just gave her 30. I gave her 60 2 weeks ago.
Mr. Clemens, the court is going to let you pay $100 today as a purge payment.
The only way that we can get at some of these people is simply by sending them to jail and saying, look, you can get out of jail if you pay this amount of money. The court has determined that you could have paid this, you should have paid it, you haven't, you're in contempt of court.
$300 a portion of your arrearage. Your payments increase from $50 to $70 semi-monthly on a catch-up plan until you pay off the balance.
So that's the question, please.
Yes, sir.
How long will I stay in jail for $300?
You have the keys to the jailhouse door in your pocket. You'll stay there until you pay $300.
All right, let's go ahead, Jefferson.
Child support is not child's play here in Memphis. Judge Turner believes in jail. The jails are called Turner's Tanks, and a litany of hard luck and hurt feelings won't stay the sentence. However, these are not common criminals, and the judge says most don't stay locked up for long.
About 98% of them pay within a matter of hours. They get on the phone and call their friends or rake up the money somewhere and pay them.
Brown shoes, blue jeans, light blue shirt.
Turner says his methods are cost-effective, and collection this year will top $12 million, with a third of that going back to the state and federal governments to reimburse them for aid to dependent children. But aggressive investigators here, as elsewhere, are hard put to locate the culprits in child support cases.
I've got a
a warrant here on my desk for his arrest. Are you his baby's mother? Oh, I see. He doesn't live there. You know where he stays at?
About your child support payments, evidently what's happening. You got him behind in them?
California. When's the last time you saw him?
What's the woman's name on the other case?
And you hadn't seen him in 3 years. All right. Thank you. Probably him.
Undaunted, the child support team took out a double-page ad in the 2 daily newspapers naming the 3,200 worst offenders and asked for information about them. It got results, and they plan to do it again. Another move that shakes out and shakes up fathers in hiding is the periodic daybreak raid.
Weapons, remember our code on weapons. The only time we use them is in our own defense to protect somebody else. We don't have fleeing felons in our particular situation. Okay, assignments are made.
When the public is made aware of what we're doing, they are very appreciative. I did a TV program the other day, and the cameraman at one of our local stations asked me about our B-men. I said, "What do you mean our B-men?" He said, "You break in, man. You know, the dudes that come out and knock on your door at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, get you out of bed if you hadn't made your child support payments." So it has its humorous side.
Open door.
The humor may be lost on the unsuspecting offender pulled from his house in the early morning mass arrest.
The best time to catch anyone for service of process, be it a summons or a warrant, is in the early morning hours before they have a chance to leave their place of residence.
The sheriff's department. Is Anthony here?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
We need to talk to him. All right, thank you, man.
How you doing, man?
Anthony, we got a warrant for you here on your child support.
A great man will turn themselves in. That's just like the results we got when we ran this large ad in the newspapers. And Lord only knows how many are paying child support because they don't want to see their names in the paper again, or who don't want us, our officers back out there on the doorstep at dawn.
The raids reap a courtroom full of offenders. Election results bear witness to public approval, but critics feel that arrearages should be dropped and that frequent jailings of the depressed and oppressed constitute one more blow in these hard times. Attorney John Donald.
One of the things that we fail to take note of today is the economy. People are looking for jobs. There just aren't any jobs out here. If you look at the social, economic level of the parties coming in, you consider the fact that most of them are high school dropouts or what have you, without skills in many cases, you know, they're going to find a difficult time finding any type of employment. You'll find that people will go out and through relatives will borrow some money to purge themselves. But the minute they borrowed that money to purge themselves, they're in debt. Once they get out, they spend the rest of their time trying to pay that money back, and they'll come back to court again on a contempt citation. And the cycle goes over and over and over. So it's not uncommon to see so many people coming before this court.
Are they doing this in today's society?
It's
Yeah,
true that
I
most
believe
of those
so.
in Turner's courtroom are black, erratically employed, and without a garnishable salary. But increasingly, more and more middle and upper income couples go to court over delinquent child support. An estimated 30% of fathers in this group pay no support.
A person who is average, middle income, or well-to-do with assets.
Why? I was on mute. Woo-hoo. Why this important? Because you got men crying over child support, which they ain't paying, right? That's why they don't like it. They always talk about it all the time because they're not paying it. It's a shame. Another man, I tell you, that's why child support was created anyway, right? Because the men crying, they kick us out. They kick us out for welfare. That's what they say, right? They're not crying. And then on top of that, they're crying about the welfare and the child support at the same time. That don't go in the same sentence, right? Child support means you're taking care of your child. They won't need welfare. You're not taking care of your kids. And you cry about the welfare, who is taking care of your kids, who you said the women chose over you. But now when they take you to child support so you could take care of your kids, you ain't paying it. This is the bull crap we got to hear all day, every day. This is the bull crap that we have to hear. They are all there for non-payment. And I guarantee you, every black man that you saw sitting up in there is crying about the welfare, taking the woman has chose welfare over them. Yeah, they act like it because, well, listen, child support is helping them be men, right? You could be a man now. You ain't got to worry about Mr. Welfare. Y'all gonna have to choose a battle. Take care of your kids, or the city gonna take care of it. And the city tired of taking care of your kids. I don't care what point in error that it is. That's how I know they just gave you the welfare. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. That's people taxpayer dollars. Hey, no one matters but cats. Yeah, they swear for goodness you're getting rich off child support. Yes, ma'am. Again, I think I know I like to be a lot sarcastic because I'm trying to figure out, I try to watch these videos and I be trying to want to say you're right, but I know they're wrong because I'm older than these people, right? They don't have no statistics. All they do is want. Then we bitter, took them to child support, and on top of that, we get public. Because back then, the man was taking care of his kids, right? And if he paid child support, that would mean her income would be higher. She probably would not be eligible for public assistance because, and this man had to pay $70 semi-month, which means that's not even every week. Can you live off of $100 a month? And they couldn't even do that. $30 for a whole freaking month. Remember, it was only elevated because he was not paying nothing. He was in arrears. So $30 a month, you cannot pay for your kid. And on top of that, you're going to look at them judge's face and tell that judge you live with your mama. You're going to tell that judge you're living with your mama. And you mean got welfare. Hold on. Because black men wanted to punish women for not being obedient and stay no matter what. That's true. But sometimes, you got to explain a little bit, Jack. Sometimes people in the back got to hear, right? Sometimes people in the back has to hear. This Negro, if y'all came in the beginning, will you live with my mama? Grown ass man, looking like somebody granddaddy with my mama. So why didn't tell your mama to up some money and she could take care of a grown man? If your mother could take care of a grown man in her house, but she can't take care of a child, which is her grandchild, why did you send that money to the grandchild? That man could work. Still little boys. Yep, living with his mama. It's a lot of grown young men living with their mamas. Then you got these pick-me's out here telling us how to be good women. Like what? Like if we always have problems. You want to keep a man. Go into your femininity. Listen to him. Be his peace. That is the dumbest crock of shit I've heard ever, right? They don't understand how funny they sound. The men love it. The men love it because it sounds good to them. But in reality, that is the dumbest crock of ish I've ever heard. That's how you're going to keep a man. You think we're in 2024 and they didn't find every which way to keep a man? And he still wasn't kept? They done found I think within, from the time of the beginning of this world up until today, you honestly think women did not try every which way to keep a man and he was not kept? Don't be coming making all these damn channels talking about women. I mean, you can't keep nobody who does not want to get kept. Let me just make that clear. Somebody don't want to be kept, they ain't kept. They're not going to be kept. I don't care what you do. You can iron his drawers if you want to. Hey, Angela, what's up, baby? You can iron his drawers. That ain't going to make him stay with you. I'm just such a good wife. Uh-huh. Well, you be the good wife, but you damn sure ain't got no good husband. Let's go.
And Roots, they cannot escape unless you just have a lenient court that won't enforce child support orders.
Are you ready for Ms. Keithley to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Carol Keithley said the circuit court that granted her divorce wouldn't or didn't enforce the child support order. So she transferred her case to Kenneth Turner's juvenile court.
Is the child in school?
She is in kindergarten at Lausanne. Her tuition is provided as part of the cost of my job. I, however, have to pay for her lunch cost, an activity fee, and workbook fee, which totals approximately $465, $470 per 9-month school year. I'm compelled to do this. This is something that I have to do for her sake. Not that the money probably would make that big of a difference. Of course, it will help. But it's a sense of outrage that here he has walked away from all the responsibility and seeks none of it. Not to see her, not to interact with her. But I think that there's a sense of outrage involved, and that you sort of get righteously indignant, and that helps to put the emotionalism aside, because I don't wish him any ill will. All I want him to do is to live up to his responsibilities.
If Mr. Keithley were able to pay, do you think it's fair for him to pay half of the expense of raising his child?
It would be nice.
Your Honor, I think we would ask $250 a month, subject to Mr. Keithley's ability to make the payments. It is, I understand, that he is out of work. However, I think proof will show that he hasn't made any payments even when he was working.
We notified him by letter of exactly what our intent was. And then we gave him 90 days beyond that. And his response to the letter was, it's very hard, you shouldn't ask me to do this, but I'm going to do it. And of course, nothing ever materialized. I have received many phone calls of, there's a check for so-and-so in the mail and so on and so forth. I ignore all of that. I anticipate nothing.
Mr. Keith. State your name for the record.
Barry Wayne Keithley.
Mr. Keithley, are you working?
Not presently, no.
Are you going to work anytime soon?
Yes, sir, as soon as I can.
Where?
I don't know at this point.
I'm not going to say that it was not fair. I am going to say that the type of notification they give you does not really tell you what you're in for when you get there. If I'd had an attorney and we'd had some time to prepare for this, I think it might have been a little different.
But yet you didn't contribute anything.
No, sir, I did not.
For the
First
child.
6 months of the year.
Why not?
I had many other expenses that, of course, I'm not making an excuse. I have been in and out of other courtrooms other than this one for other reasons. Right now, I'm fighting a federal tax indictment and just have several other expenses. I've just tried to pay everybody something and just did not.
Everybody but your child. Yeah. Put your child last.
Not
in effect.
In effect, yes.
Yes, sir.
Did you think you might end up in jail?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I would have found an attorney regardless of the fee. prevented that.
How do you get around?
Well, presently I have to rely on somebody else, but before I broke my leg, I just didn't get around.
Well, your parents supporting you at the present time.
Basically right now, yes.
When you say basically right now, what does that mean?
It means the rent on that apartment's paid as well as the utilities. And
What
that's
about
all.
your food?
The food is provided for.
This is miserable. At 36 years old, this is horrible to sponge off Mama and Papa. It's ridiculous. To me, they are now paying child support again.
Of course, it's going to set your support at $250 a month. You're going to start the first support payment in the month of November. And means that that'll give you the rest of this month. It'll give you the month of October to make arrangements so that you can start paying that amount of support. You make those payments by money order to the clerk of this court. Do not pay her directly.
Thanks. I fully expect that in light of yesterday's decision by Senator Person in the courtroom, that he's eventually going to leave the state of Tennessee. I expect this to happen. I do not expect to see the money that was awarded. It was, in my mind, a moral victory, if nothing else. I'm very fortunate in being a pretty strong woman.
Then you have our beautiful black brothers. Oh, y'all feminists. Y'all want to follow behind the Caucasian women. Ninja, they gonna make sure their kids eat. We're not supposed to, right? We're not supposed to. They ain't got no time to be playing with them damn men, but y'all want us to play with y'all, right? Y'all want us to play with y'all. Oh, that's because of y'all feminists, and y'all wanted this, and y'all wanted they listen. Listen, it's a child support court for a reason. It's for a reason. It may not have been intended for the black women, but you kids gotta eat. They ain't trying, they like you making that money. I told y'all a while ago that was designed for men in power. When they little daughters was out there doing things that they didn't know that they was doing, and that young girl popped up pregnant, that Caucasian man say, you're gonna take care of this kid, homie. You're gonna marry her or you're gonna take care of this kid. And if you try to run, I'm gonna F you up. I'm gonna make sure your name is flagged. You can't get a job and you're gonna still see me. It wasn't about the women. Them white men wasn't playing around with their daughters. Remember, everything was in existence. It was not for the black woman. Welfare was not for the black woman. Y'all men are mad because women have to find a way to feed their children. I don't know how it does not dawn to you that they are hungry. They are hungry. And once a child stay hungry, they start doing things. It's like stealing, lying, letting men pay them. They're hungry. People do a lot of strange things for some change. So everything that y'all mad about, you will have to explain again, what about the kids? And then you don't need money to take care of kid. All you got to do is just be there. What? All right, so let's say us women agree. So I'm going to keep all my money in the pocket. Again, how does the kid eat? How does the kid eat? We ain't even talking about fancy clothes. We're talking about like a simple, real necessity, like food. Like food. They didn't ask to be put on this earth. They did not ask to. You can't even at least feed them. I can see you don't want to give up your no money. But every day you bring some food for that child to eat and make sure that child is fed. We wouldn't be having this conversation. But y'all can't even make sure The child is full. They don't even call their kids. Did you eat? You don't never hear men say that. Stomach full, you eat what you eat. What did you eat today? They don't even care about that. They don't even care about that. Did you eat? And you mad over food stamps that still don't last the whole month. But y'all men are mad over that. They say it's your kid, so take care of it. I've heard that. Yeah, exactly. It's beyond sickening. It's beyond sickening. That's it's crazy. It is so crazy. You ain't gone without a meal yet. You could care less about your own child eating. Because they know a mother will feed her child. In some cases, absolutely. But as we see, sis, no, some women out there, they all messed up. These kids ain't eating. Mama ain't got it. We just heard the other girl say her mama used to give her Kool-Aid with water, Kool-Aid to drink. That's when a lot of these kids, they start to steal. They go into these stores and they start to steal. They hungry. Mama, if you got a good mother, but sometimes even if you are a good mother, it's a chance they lose their jobs too. You know, sometimes they may have to go into a shelter. Mama ain't always got it like that. She may make it look like she does, but mother do not. Mama does not. So on top of that, she may got to start doing some strange things for some change. I will go without to see a kid eat. That's what a lot of mothers do too. But some mothers, as we shall see, was kids themselves. They cannot keep a job. They can't even stay on welfare, right? Remember, people make like welfare is like so easy to get. And once you get it, you keep it for life. No. You got to keep, I don't know how it is, but I remember back in the days, like every 3 months or every 6 months, I don't remember. You got to keep recertifying. You got to keep recertifying. They had to keep doing a budget check on you. And for the slightest thing, they may have cut you off. And then you may have to reapply. So what if they cut you off right before you was supposed to get your stamps and they cut you off? So now you got to reapply. And if I'm not mistaken, back in the days, I don't know how it is now, you had to wait damn near 90 days. 90 days. What is a mother supposed to do in them 3 months? We got 3 months, no money coming in, right? Yeah. No money coming in. Now she got to start, mama got to start stealing. Now, if the father would just call and ask that question, hey, how you doing, son, daughter? Did you eat today? The kid could be like, nah, mom's lost her job or mom's don't have this or that. And he go, okay, I'll bring you some food. He ain't got to bring the mama no food, but bring your kids some. They can't even do that. They have an assumption that because maybe their mothers made it look easy and their mothers found a way, they assume a woman is going to automatically find a way. It's not like that all the time. It's not like that. You have to tell your life story to get $100. You got to tell your life story, your mama's life, because they dig all up in your business. Right? So, now it depends on how backlogged they are, or if a caseworker feels like doing their job. Mm-hmm.
Very independent. Enjoy being able to try to control my life insofar as I'm able. Good afternoon. How are y'all? What are all of you doing here so late in the day? I'm the administrator of the Montessori School, which is the elementary division at Lausanne. And a couple of afternoons a week I teach piano. And I watch out for your rhythm patterns when you get right down in here. Okay? You know, everything changes and circumstances change and people change, and you just got to be flexible enough to sort of roll with the punches. Now let's see what we got. Oh, look at this. Some good pictures of your daddy. There's your Uncle Darrell and your Aunt Susan. I was at home. I didn't have the responsibility of knowing that I was the one that had to keep the roof over our heads. And when all of a sudden that is your responsibility, you undergo a rather major upheaval.
Kerosene never.
He owes you, say, thousands of dollars, okay? And and the present order would say $30 a week, okay? Let's say he's going to give you $30 a week. What's the difference if you're going to say he's going to make him pay another $30 a week on the back money, or have him pay $60 a week present support?
Group member Ruby Williams works in a bakery to support 5 minor children and to stay off welfare. Her ex-husband is a longshoreman. She receives no support.
Nobody goes to get him. Sometimes I feel very lonesome and just like life is passing me by. But I know I have to, take care of these children. So it sort of pulls me together, And I think I'm doing a halfway decent job trying to take care of them. It's sort of nice to see something that you create.
And before y'all beautiful people say, not you guys, because y'all smart. Before y'all beautiful guys say, well, she needs to take accountability. She's working, right? She's working. That's accountability. She works every day to put food on the table. That's accountability. She keep her lids closed. Well, she didn't. So now she's working every day. I was listening to, and the way he presented child to his idiot supporters is that child exists because of a black woman. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't listen. I keep telling you, stop listening. Well, I don't know how old you are, Kat. But I do know, I keep telling you, stop listening to these younger people. Go down your own memory lane, right? Nothing exists because of the black woman. Nothing. This exists because of the white woman. That's why they were mad. They are mad because we wanted to vote. They got mad at that. Not knowing it benefits them, right? It benefits them because a lot of black leaders who got voted in is because of the black woman vote. A lot of these black politicians, you got voted in because you got that right. Nothing. Not even in NAACP exists because of us. We don't run it. Look at the financial back. Look at the financial backing of a lot of things that's in the name of black people. They're trying to sell this narrative, but they never show the receipts. And they all speak this fake lingo. And even like this woman right here, of course she ain't gonna be the best mom. Look at her, she's still young. She had them kids. I'm quite sure she made a lot of mistakes, right? She makes a lot of mistakes. I don't understand how a man can now disrespect women, I cannot understand how men could say, oh, the woman is bitter and my mother kept me from my father. No, your father didn't want to pay child support. The father didn't want to pay child support. He left. He left. He went about his business. He went about his business. He may have left town so they don't catch him. And then you got some of us who just say, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do this all by myself. I'm taking accountability. You heard her say she didn't want to go on welfare. So now what happens now is the older children have to watch the younger kids, right? I don't know how, maybe they don't, they read bullshit, but they don't really watch the truth. Like the receipts is all out there. I don't know why people go on these people panels arguing with these incels. We're not like entertainers where we have a lot of money and child support is going to be a lot of money. We regular folks. Child support is that little bit of change. And it's a shame. A lot of you'd be amazed. It's a lot of us. Remember, it's a minority that daddy did it. And they would marry or take care of the next one. Yep. So they don't have to pay child support on the next woman. Mm-hmm.
Created, growing up and developing into men and women. Just hope for the best. You do the best you can and hope for the best. No, you put your long, this is the short vowel sound, and this your long vowel sound, right? That's your sound. This what you put this here. That's your long. I managed because of they helps out a lot.
Since our dad walked out on us, I think that it is my responsibility to make sure these children grow up right and proper. And also to help my mom in any way I can.
What do you want to do for yourself?
Well, I always want to travel and get to see the world and help people. But before that, I gotta make sure that my family are well taken care of. I think she's great. I'm happy to have her for a mother because she gave up a lot for us, and I do mean a lot.
Now, all the things that we discussed here tonight, I have been through it, and I know it doesn't work. Because first of all, when you go into a courtroom, they are not as courteous to you as they are at a meeting. They aren't. They don't take a non-support care seriously. When a child doesn't have enough food to eat, warm clothing to wear, that's criminal. That's child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
We wrote to Nathaniel Williams to ask for an interview, but we received no response.
My name is Linda Seward. 8 years ago, I was awarded in Harford County, and I see there are no representatives from Harford County, and that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know if they were invited.
I guess they were. I've been a member of this organization for 2 years.
Linda Seward wants to go back to court to collect the thousands of dollars in child support she says is long overdue from her ex-husband.
When we were married, my husband was an excellent father. He was the best father that I ever saw. When we were first separated for the first year on his days off, he came over and watched the boys for me while I was working. And on occasion, even had dinner ready when I came home. I mean, we got along fine. And, you know, he was coming around every week. He was seeing the boys. He was taking them, doing things with them. And he was voluntarily giving me, at that time, $50 a week for the boys. I'd say the last 8 months before the divorce, I noticed he was coming less. He was paying less.
Good girl. Yeah, good girl.
My children were babies, 3 and 5 years old. And I didn't want to take their father away from them. I just wanted the separation from him but I didn't anticipate this long separation from him and the boys. And at that time, you would have never convinced me that he would have taken off and just dismissed them off of the earth, which is more or less what he has done. I don't want to go on welfare. I don't want to go on public assistance. I would like to have the money right now that I've paid out in attorney fees. And since I discovered this organization for child support enforcement, knowing what I know now and knowing what they know, how to tell me to go about things, I will never hire an attorney again to collect child support.
Why is it so hard to transfer probation from why should I live in Baltimore County. My divorce took place in Hartford County. Why should I have to lose a day's wages every so many months to go travel to Hartford County, to go through all these proceedings, to get a summons served on him to appear in court and for him to disappear?
I can't answer you as to the problem between the probation departments.
What?
That's not
Is
within
there a
my
way of
jurisdiction.
transferring my probation?
I have no
from
idea.
Hartford County? You don't have any
I have
idea?
no idea.
All we want is what is rightfully belongs to our children.
We couldn't locate Gary Seward to invite him to respond. According to Linda Seward, he's moved several times to other states. Baltimore Judge Robert Watts.
They come down, if husband doesn't show up, we issue a warrant, we pick him up, we post bail, we set it in again, they come down. Then he claims, I don't have any money. So I said, well, you got to support your family. I'm going to give you 30 days to get a job. So then she's got.
This was the summer we spent so much time at the beach. It was great cans.
A sophisticated knowledge of the law among professionals and upper-income ex-spouses may make collection even harder than usual.
And it's been 6 years, and it wasn't until very recently that anything was really done. But I think it's unfortunate.
Group member Dana O'Neill says the court finally garnished her attorney ex-husband's salary after arrearages mounted.
Well, I think that for most part, maybe the man who kind of lower on the scale feels that you're supposed to do what the court says. The court says you got to pay it, you got to pay it. So he pays it. And somebody who's a little more with it, particularly somebody who's in the legal game, realizes if the court says something, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go ahead and do it. I mean, you can drag it out, or you can just do whatever games and strings that need to be pulled, and you can really avoid the whole thing. Eventually, kids are going to get to the point where they're 18 years old. After a while, the courts don't want to hear about it anymore anyway. If something hasn't been done, they tend to say, well, wow, that's a lot of money. Where's he going to come up with that much money? We'll just erase that thing, and you better start paying from this time on, buddy, and then it doesn't get paid. It had to cost him a fortune, this legal maneuvering. It hasn't been cheap for him. I mean, he has to pay attorneys and all of that.
Was it embarrassing for him as a professional to have his salary garnished?
Yeah, he was really upset. He was really worried about that it wasn't going to look good for the company.
We asked Robert O'Neill to participate, but he declined. Over the years, a sense of outrage seems to shift to a sense of defeat. And yet these women keep trying to collect child support, because to stop, they say, is to deny paternal responsibility. Elizabeth Carter.
I think that marital conflict is a ping pong game, okay? And very, very often, your lawyer only hears the pong or the ping, depending on who he's talking to, you know? The judge, he's supposed to see the ping pong, but he may or may not, because every lawyer will tell you some judges are very tough and some are very lenient. Well, what does that mean? It means they have an idea of whose side or which cause they're in favor of, and they sort of go that way.
The rights of the father to be involved with his children is totally ignored. He is viewed as one thing, a money machine.
And around the country, fathers are saying that only the ping is heard in the nation's courts.
Maybe it's our job, and maybe it's our job to convince our legislators that men in this country have been discriminated as much as women in this country have also been discriminated in the involvement and nurturing and the caring process of our children. And we are more to our children than just money.
The men I know in our organization here, which is Westchester, which is a suburban community, their life's goal was to get a good job, become responsible citizens, get a home, bring up a family, not to ever leave it. They wanted to be in a nest, just as any woman wants to be in a nest, and they feel badly kicked out of that nest.
Over 135 divorced men's groups have organized under the umbrella banner of the National Congress for Men. They legislate for enforcement of visitation rights and push for joint custody laws.
Joint custody, when it is given to both parents, the going back into court to argue about joint custody violations, if there are any, return to court is 1/3 less than when one parent only has custody. And yet there's a constant argument that joint custody can only be worked if both parties can get along. Well, both parties wouldn't be getting divorced if they got along. But if both parties have a contract of joint custody, you live up to the contract, the way partners live up to it. Partners don't get along, but they adhere to the contract.
In New York State, the movement has been growing rapidly, and various groups get together to compare problems and goals. Compliance with child support orders varies among them and maintain their connection and stay to fight for what they call unfair treatment of fathers.
When child support is meted out by the courts, there is no consideration taken of what the child's needs are, only what they could squeeze out of the father.
Fathers groups are incensed about Project Intercept, that law that permits the IRS to seize income tax refunds in AFDC cases. The president of Equal Rights for Fathers of New York State, John Rossler, has filed a class action suit in protest and is encouraging other groups to do the same.
Punitive measures at best are going to be only mediocre in resolving the problem. I think what we've got to do is we've got to look at ex-spouses and ex-parents who are mainly fathers don't pay.
You're a visitor, you make your payments, go away and just pay.
You know, this word keeps...
And eventually they just give up because their visitation, if they have a visitation order from the courts, is not enforced either by the local police or by the courts themselves. They don't want to go to the trouble, but they see themselves there as making sure that she's provided with her child support, and that's their prime function.
When we first hit the system, we're told we don't have a chance for custody, we don't have a chance for joint custody unless we make a deal. So what we do is we negotiate. If we have the wherewithal to pay more money than the court would automatically award, then we buy custody. If our ex-wife or current wife allows us to.
Phil Newhouse has daughter Rhonda with him about half the time, which he says works well for them. His support payments, however, are full-time obligations.
Financially, I am obligated to support my daughter the half of the time she is here, as well as make support payments, which I am at this point not current with, to her mother, in addition to the obligations that I have here for this half the time.
Lucky that I get enough cheese for the sandwich with you around, because you usually eat it all while I'm making it, huh?
To me, quality time incorporates time as well as quality. And to visit your daughter half a day a week or 1 day a week or some such situation, to me represented not really being able to be a parent. And to me, parenting was spending those good moments as well as the bad moments with the child, imbuing values, spending real time, not just entertaining time, not just a Disney World.
Listen. In the UK, they attach their child to their Social Security. So it doesn't matter where they work, they always have to pay. See, this why y'all men got to stop jumping. Y'all don't want complaining. But in all reality, y'all can say women keep their legs closed. Women vet better. Women, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. You need to do all these type of things. But then y'all complain again. You complain about the welfare. Then y'all claim that you complain about the money, how it shouldn't take money to raise a child. But You still don't come see your child for free. You still, I mean, stop it. If women, please, I cannot tell you enough. If a man do not love you, that transfers to the child. That transfers to the child. Unless that man really gets mature, and I mean he get all his brain cells, and he accept the fact that this is my kid, and detach how the child got here, as in a one-nighter, I ain't love her, or however. But that doesn't mean because he loves the mother, he's gonna automatically take care of the kid. But them the ones don't call, they don't show up, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing but have the ultimate speech prepared. They give out a pamphlet, right? They give out a pamphlet to all deadbeat dads, right? And within this pamphlet, the key words, your mama was bitter. She's mad I left her. She didn't want to move on. I tried to call you, but your mama wouldn't let me. They all have the same pamphlet. They all say the exact same thing. These days and time, you can't say that because there's a million ways to contact your child. Right? You ain't got to call the phone no more. The kids got their own phone. The kids got social media. It's like, it's so many ways. And if these men really care, take the woman to court. Take the woman to court. Oh, your mom is jealous of me. Oh, your mom don't like my new girlfriend. Guess what? We don't. Women don't have to like them, but they all get the same pamphlet. The same thing with these with the manosphere and the red. They all have the same pamphlet. I'm so sick about it. Talk about your kids. Talk about your kids. Now you got good dads. You'll never hear it. Oh yeah. As of next week, from this week up until Father's Day, we're gonna hear. Remember, they got the same pamphlet. It's Father's Day. It's don't call it Mother's Day. It's the Father's Day. You're gonna see a lot of that. If you got Facebook, check your Facebook. It's gonna be up and down, up and down, up and down. The woman this, the woman that. Like we got something to do with a child saying to their mother, Happy Father's Day. We ain't got nothing to do with that. The child said that, right? We didn't make a child say that, right? We ain't gonna get nothing. Same pamphlet. Same pamphlet. Yeah, they don't want to exercise their rights because they don't want to pay child support. The minute they go to fight for you, they got to pay out their pocket. That's part of life. Women have to pay out their pockets too. 18 years go by really quick. It goes by really quick. And these men know that. These men know 18 years go by really quick. Before you know it, your child is taller than you. Before you know it, your child is taller than you. So they do all this want. Then they may creep around right after they turn 18. They may creep back up and then give them the speech that came in the pamphlet. Like when you see your kid again, for the deadbeat dads, for the crusties out there, don't read this pamphlet now. I don't know, even in kids, these poor kids, they long to see their father so bad that they don't understand it's a script. It's a script that all of them get, right? And the kids don't understand, a lot of kids do understand How do you say something about a person you ain't see like in 15, 16 years, right? And your mother was this and your mother was that. I'm like, Ninja, you ain't see me. That's like having a kid when you're young. And now we in the 30s and 40s. And this ninja talking about, hey, your mother did this. Ninja, that was like 20 years ago. Like, it's a difference between a 20-year-old and a 40-year-old. And even if you had the kid as a teenager, it's a difference between a 15, 16-year-old and a 40-year-old. So that is the image that they keep stuck in their head, because that goes with the pamphlet. Throw up stuff that happened 20, 30 years ago. And they be dogging them out. I'm like, and a child don't say, well, hold up, right? The child is in the house with the mother. But because they long to see their father, they listen to the bullshit, right? They listen to the bullshit. Some kids are smart. Some kids are smart, right? And your mama's crazy. Her mouth too big. She pushed me out the house. And the kid, sometimes a kid got to think, yeah, my mom's is, but shit. Okay, Ed, what that got to do with you? Now you got some men out there, and then the men have it to where even as his family doesn't even step up. His family does not even step up. There's no way my son can have a kid, and because of him, I'm not going to do nothing for the grandchild, right? You see your grandchild, you take care of your grandchild, do your part as a grandchild, as a grandmother. But the world we're living in, women, that's why sometimes we try to tell you, you have less problems when you separate. Teach these young girls to decenter these men. When the right man comes up, if he comes up, because there are no guarantees, you will be dependent on your age. You will be better prepared for the outcome. You would say, hey, I'm getting my education. You got some women, they get their education, they take their protection, right? They use the rubber, or they take their pills, or they take their shots, or they get the little IUDs, all the little things women get to not get pregnant, right? Even though they ain't lust, but they want to do something with their lives. Again, that benefits the man too. So that's less of him whining about a child he didn't want anyway. Anyway, men don't understand, for a lot of things the women do benefits you too, right? It benefits you also. Now, if a woman wants to get married or something, at least she would all of her brain cells would be there. Hopefully she'll be over 25 when all their brain cells is there. And they could decide what they want to do with their lives instead of being a mother already. You got to teach them really young, really, really, really young about protecting themselves. But teach these little girls, and you got to keep drilling it in their heads to focus on themselves. Again, that still benefits the man. We're not hurting you. You're benefiting from that. So you could get your rocks off, and you ain't got to worry about the kids because she ain't having none. Or you ain't got to worry about our miles. You ain't got to worry about our masculinity. All the things you complain about, you now don't have to worry about. And a woman does not have to worry about you neither. But if you do decide to get in the game, the dating game, which there are still no guarantees, you will be better equipped for it. A lot of these women, these young girls, are not equipped for it. It's bad enough we see how kids were sold and all this other stuff. And then y'all men are crying how child support have messed up your life. They have not went to the snip doctor, which it could be reversed. If you know you are a player, and you know and heard many times child support could mess up a man's life. Because both two lives are messed up, the women and yours gonna be messed up too. Oh, the money goes to her. She ain't take care of my kid. Take her to court. Now we're gonna have a man say how child support messed up his life, right? I'm gonna be skipping through it, but let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say. Well, hold on. I don't know what I did with his. I'll find it, but let's hear what this blabbermouth got to say. She said, she was on another show. I don't care if they call me a mammy. But she said this is why we want child support so bad. Let's see why we want it.
Listen very carefully to a single mother complaining about, the support that she wasn't really getting and how she was struggling and all this type of stuff. But listen to the struggles, right? And then I'm going to be back with my perspective. So let me go ahead. Let me share the screen so you can watch the video. And I will be back with my perspective.
Nobody ever asked me if I was okay. And he's making jokes around the country, making people.
Now it says, here's a good example on how women are lost after child support. I guess they meant to put is over. The sad part about this video is that they fail to realize that they are the problem, not the dad. Get a job, please. That's what this TikTok video says. That's what's in the caption. Let's go.
And we're suffering at home. I'm trying to think of how to keep food on the table, how to keep rent paid, how to keep, everything going at home because we weren't getting a lot of money. And it was really hard, and at times I don't got there, my kids, I'm tired. I mean, it was I'm tired of suffering in silence. Like now I got a message from him right before Thanksgiving. He was like saying, I'm over my child support and I'm done with my financial obligations. So he was paying less than $3,500. He had $114 over on his child support. And I was like, I'm done. So now I feel like my son and I are right back in the beginning when we started out, like homeless. Where are we gonna live? How am I gonna get my son through high school and through college and trying to figure out how to support him, still be the mom and figure out how to move possibly. Nobody ever asked me if I was okay.
Okay. So she was apparently the wife of a comedian, don't know who. And it's not really important. What is important is they want that child support not for the children, but to support them. Because why would you struggle like that with your children instead of giving them to their father? Why do children gotta suffer with you through home?
The men have to come get the kids. Do you honestly think that a man, he may cry about the child support, but if he didn't want to pay it and be a real dad, he will go get the damn kids? You got some men, boy, they in there deep with them legal proceedings. They ain't playing about their kids. I know men who have. I don't blame them. I know some men like, I'm be part of my child's life. Yeah, it didn't work with her. Yeah, no. All of that. There are men. But if it was that simple, the way she put it, key them keys to that man, tell the man, come get him. Tell the man to come get them. Like I say all the time, child support really saves you, right? It saves you. It really doesn't say, it really doesn't save the women. It saves the man. Because, and if she spent some on herself, that's a thank you. Because if you now have the kids, the struggle will now be yours, right? The child support may not look so bad when the struggle becomes yours, right? The struggle of whatever job you do have to now pay that you do, or where the child support is coming from, you might as well quit that job, because now the struggle is yours. You cannot work any job in any shift that you want to. Do not listen to these people, because the struggle is all yours now. The only way you can get through the struggle if you convince another woman to help you. And you will have to love bomb the next woman. How you froze the screen? Oh, look how I froze the screen. You know how I be freezing this. I ain't mean to, but ooh, right? You would now have to love bomb the next woman and convince her, you know what? Get her to love that child as it's hers. And she's so stupid, she's gonna fall for it. She's gonna get tired of doing it because it's not her biological kid, right? And then she's gonna have kids, and then they're gonna have problems. But up until he finds a woman who's gonna do the mother job, he now has to do it. Child gets sick, they're calling you. After school, they're calling you. If the child wants to do something, that's on you now. Finding a job and getting the right hours is on you. Sometimes, even if you got a 9-to-5 job, that child has to be to school, depending on where you at, by between 8 o'clock or 8:50. You have to be to work at 9 o'clock. The child gets out at 3. You get out of work at 5. What's supposed to happen? Because it's a 3 hours more, and then you got to add the timing of getting to work, right? So that could, for another 3 to 4 hours, who picks up the kid from school? Remember, you get out at 5, right? Or you work the night shift. Who is to keep the kid while you work in the night shift? By the woman taking care of the kid gives you freedom. Child support, you better get over here. Take the child support. Take it. But men figure, again, I'm not with you no more, I'm not paying you. If these rich men, if they rich and these men got money, they're not giving you the money because they don't know if you're going to spend it on the next man. They're worrying about their money going to the next man, as they should, right? But they forgot children have expenses. Rent is part of the expenses. Food is part of the expenses. The electricity is part of the expenses. Clothes is part of the expenses. If you live in a house, water is part of the expenses, electricity. So your child uses that every single day. It uses it every single day. Snack money is part of the expensive. When you send your kids to school, normally you put money in their pocket. So when they after school, when they're out with their friends, they can stop at the store, get a little something to snack on. They can't be broke every day. When they with their little friends, they can't be broke every day. They gotta have some money in their pocket some of the days. That is part of the expenses. Toothpaste, soap, detergent is part of the expenses. They live in an apartment also. Don't you have to spend money damn near every single day? Every day you have to spend money. Even if it's a cup of coffee, you still got to buy that. Buy tea, that's money. Something to snack on, that's money. Gas is money. Once you have a kid, your child support comes with it. It covers that. Not just clothes. They don't need no more clothes. Or I buy them a couple of things. That's not what child support is. That means you're supposed to take care of the kid, and wherever that child lives, you're supposed to pay the child part of the expenses as if you were in the household. So if you were in the household, these are the bills that you would have had to pay if you are the man of the house. That's what they base child support on. Everyday living, not once a week living, they just tell you to give it to them once a week. Now, do we have some women abuse the system? No, they don't abuse the system because you can't really abuse the system. You can abuse the money, but you can't abuse the system because that man, they go off of what that man makes, right? They go off of what the man makes. Now, if men were smart, a woman might cut you some slack after she get over whatever trauma you put her through. After she gets over the trauma and she see you constantly knocking at that door and making them phone calls, a lot of women just give up and just, you know what, go ahead, take the kid. Go on, just take the kid. If your mother or your father, your sisters or your brothers or your cousins was to welcome that child, if the child was welcomed truly in your life, that would help you out with your child support. I pay it and still do what my princess asked of me. Hey, Trey. Hey, Trey. But like I said, a lot of women, they do abuse the money. They don't abuse the system. They abuse the money. Some women do not put that money towards the kids. We're not going to act like they do. A lot of women do not. But that's a minority. The majority does. The minority does not. But that's when the man, again, have to bring her ass back into court. See, women, especially if you have male children, you have to teach your male children to fight for their kids. Do not let your son come and tell you nothing that was written in that pamphlet, right? They got a pamphlet too for their mamas. They give out a pamphlet too. This what you tell your mama, right? They have a pamphlet they tell their mama. And then mama love her son. So it's a pamphlet that the things that he's going to say to his mama is going to make her not like, I can't stand this baby mama. I ain't getting involved. So it's a pamphlet for that. Which grandparents should not even be in the middle. If a man has a problem with child support, he should keep his stuff in his britches. I think that if more men, like I said, Child support really serves the man more than it serves the woman because it gives you a chance to live your life. Oh, it messed my life up. No, technically it has not. You can come and go as you please. Your kids are not in the house. You can still work. You ain't got to worry about after work. You ain't got to come home. A woman has to come home. She got to get dinner ready or do whatever she do. You don't, like I said, you don't have the struggle. Be thankful that woman has freed up all your time. And all you have to do is see the kid here and there and pay the support, child support. You can still get to hang out with the fellas. You ain't got to worry about, oh, the babysitter. I got to hurt you. The struggle, no. But once you get the kid, as she said, give him to the daddy, then the struggle now become his. Everything according to his life now will be done in a time frame. In a time frame. Because that will be your new life. Because you now has the custody of the children. And even if you get another woman, she gonna do the job, but then you got to still kiss her ass. You didn't want to kiss the baby mom. You didn't want to kiss the child's mother's ass, but you're gonna have to kiss some woman's ass because you're not gonna do it. Not saying men can't do it, but a lot of men, you're not going to be able to do it. When the struggle is all yours now. What you going to do? So when the next woman, you're going to think she's supposed to cook breakfast in the morning for your kids. You're going to think your next woman's supposed to lunch and dinner, help the kid with the homework, and while you hanging out with the fellas, that next woman is doing all of your responsibilities. Because you figure that's the mother's job to do. No. It's the birth mother's job to do. You got custody of that kid. That's your job. That is your job. See, sometimes people are not thankful. They're so mad they're not thankful. It's a struggle being a parent. It is a struggle. It's not easy. Some women may make it look easy, but it is not easy. Some men need to be thankful. All your time belongs to you. And you mark on the calendar whatever day you want to take them out, or you want to spend the night, or maybe every weekend or every other weekend or every other house. That's a big difference from every single day. That's a big difference from every single day. But y'all not thinking, y'all worrying about money. How you going to hold a job down if you got the kid? You get to still go to school. If you want to rise up, you get your degrees. You could do without kids yelling and screaming. You could, if you get a city job, a lot of city jobs depend on where you live. Like if you're a police or a doctor or a nurse, the hours are crazy. Them are not regular hour jobs. The point is you ain't got no kids to take care of. You can accept any job that you want, unlike a single mother cannot. She got to work in the means of the hours of the kids. But y'all not thankful. I know if I was a man, I'm like, shit. All I gotta do is pay. Shit, you gonna pay a babysitter, pay them baby mama. Yeah, take the money. Shit. I get to still live my life and you stuck with the kid. Hey, Faith. Hey, baby. I hope all is well with you. I ain't gonna play her whole thing. I wanted to hear what the man had to say. I think I'm gonna find the video and see what the man had to say. I even took my son to work with me. Yeah, a lot of mothers done that. They had to sneak their kids. All right, baby. I really didn't want to hear her because she gives me a headache. But I wanted to play what the man had to say. I wanted to hear his point of view. And now I don't know what I did with him. Okay, I found it. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. This is Loyalty ATC family, right? Loyalty ATC family. Let's hear him out, right? Let's hear his struggles. Let's hear how child support has ruined his life.
Because it's getting crazy out here. It's like, I can't get a job. I can't do nothing. I'm still living with my people. Don't nobody give a damn. You feel me? Like, it's like, oh, hey, man, you just do what you gotta do, man. All that type of shit. But it's like, you've been. Feel me?
So this is another man. I don't know. Who is now, he has a new channel. And that's the best way to make money. Dragging black women all day, right? You gonna get some money. But you gotta go teeth, tooth and nail, teeth in your mouth. Oh, you got gold teeth. If you don't take them gold teeth out your mouth and go pawn them. Okay, I got you. Oh, let me just do a little music break. All right, a little music break. A little one, a little one.
Thought I couldn't rise, you thought I couldn't shine, but I'm here to prove you won't make you change your mind. I've been working hard, grinding every single day, now it's my time to shine. Watch me pay my own way. You thought I was weak, you thought I couldn't win, but I've got confidence flowing deep within. I've been knocked down, but I never stayed on the ground. Got back up, now I'm ready to bust down. No more doubts, no more underestimating me. I'm blessed, I'm strong, I'm breaking free. I got the fire burning deep in my soul. Watch me rise up, watch me take control. You thought I couldn't rise, you thought I couldn't shine, but I'm here to prove you won't make you change your mind. I've been working hard, grinding every single day, now it's my time to shine. Watch me pay my own way. You thought I was weak, you thought I couldn't win, but I've got confidence flowing deep within. I've been knocked down, but I never
it just to the point where I had to be like, fuck it, like, cause it's getting crazy out here. It's like I can't get a job, I can't do nothing. I'm still living with my people. Don't nobody give a damn. You feel me? Like it's like, oh, hey man, you do what you gotta do, man. All that type of shit. But it's like,
You mean your mama?
you've been trying your whole life to get yourself together, and the only thing you can get
Thank you, Cece.
out of this situation is food stamps. I just lost my job a month ago, right? Because of child support. I get out. I try to get unemployment. I don't maybe 20 bands or something. Like 25 bands last year. Even a job, like
He with his mama. Leave him alone.
They said unemployment shit, saying they warned me before I left and all that. It's like they said, when you on child support, so much shit against you. I've been trying to get my license for 10 years. Check this out. I was just finna get my license when
You said locked
last
up.
October.
No, you said locked up.
Cause I finally paid off like $5,000 through my job to get my license back. Yeah, motherfucker don't believe it. It's the paper right here. I don't give a fuck what names you see. It is what it is. You see? I get one of these papers from
Look at his ring and his chain too.
every other month saying either my license about to be suspended or I can't get it.
He got a chain and a big old ring on his finger. His haircut is nice, and he lived back with his mama. Of course, you can't pay child support. You can't even pay your own rent. But it ruined his life. Let's go.
Like, I'm trying to get my CDL for about 10 years. Can't do it. Every time I try, they tell me, well, you got to get the situation thing situated. I text my baby mama over and over. I just texted her last night, like,
Text her.
You win, okay? I know you were doing all this just off spite, just because I didn't want to be with you no more.
Told you, it's in the book.
But it doesn't matter.
I told you it's in the book, right? It's in the pamphlet they gave away. I know you win, and I know you mad at me because I won't be with you no more. Number one, you think women supposed to be happy that now they gotta be single moms? That's a thing to be so happy about, right? No, you don't want to be with me. Okay, so now I'm a single mother, and you're gonna take care of your kid. It's that simple. You the one, like the men say in the pamphlet. I don't want to be with you no more. I want to do me. You the ones who say you mad because I don't want to be with you. So what you think she's supposed to do? What do you think a woman's supposed to do? That if you're with me, we're going to be building together, taking care of the kids together. Now you say you don't want to be with me, so you're only in arrears because you're not paying, right? But anywho, I told you, we already know everything he's gonna say because it comes in the pamphlet book. Oh, he got a nice little watch. Look at the little watch he got right there. A watch, a bracelet, or something. He out there looking good for somebody. He got the teeths, the chainers, and the bracelets. And you ain't gotta pay no bills because you back with mama. But let's go.
Like even my family been infiltrated by the bitch. My family and my baby mama them best friends. Even though she's taking my life through hell, I've never been able to get one income tax. For 20 years I've been working. I ain't never been able to get one income tax.
And
I just got a rec settlement like 2 years ago for $7,000. They call me and tell me to come pick up the check, right?
He said 20 years. 20 years he's been working. He ain't never got income tax. Well, how old is these kids? Right? This don't sound like a little child. You said 20 years. How old is the kid? How old is the kid? Let's go.
I ain't had nobody else to take me. And I just want to see, okay, let me say something about some money and see my baby mama take me. I ain't talked to her. When I called her for that check, I ain't talked to her in like 2 years, right? I was like, hey, I just got a settlement check for a wreck I had last year, and they say some of it go to child support, but I just need you to take me to go pick up the check, okay? Out of $7,000, she take me up to Atlanta to the motherfucking lawyer offices. What's the office name?
I got Jack too for my book.
Something in Pensaluga. It's a accident lawyer. We get up there. They hand me a check for $100. I'm like, you just said it was a $7,000 settlement, right? They were like, oh yeah, the rest has been took by child support. At the time, I was homeless, back and forth, living with my brother or whatever. And like he got his own family, so it wasn't working out. You know how when you down and out, family don't. It ain't the
He's
same.
Dusty's boy.
You know what I mean? Like everybody know it. So
nice watch.
I tell her, hey, it's a $7,000 check coming to you. She dropped me off. I ain't never heard from this motherfucker again. Like, I'm calling my son to check and see, okay, did y'all get the money? Yeah. Okay, so I call, like, out of all that money, I'm just messed up right now. Can I get $200? Just 200. Like, I don't know what it was.
You stay messed up.
Get a bag of weed or something. Nigga was stressed out, pissing outside, shitting outside, living with people. Like, okay. This bitch tell me, nah, I'm rearranging his room.
Oh wow.
I call my son. I'm like, hey son, you got your money and everything? Yeah, your mama got your money. I'm like, so what y'all doing with the money? Oh, she took me and my two brother and sister on a shopping spree. We got clothes, we got everything. She got her some stuff. I'm like, your mama buying clothes for her and the other kid that ain't even mine. I call her, I'm like, so you doing all that? I can't get $200 out my own money.
It ain't your money no more.
She don't convince my mama, my sister, and everybody that it's like they related and I've been pushed out the way. It's times my son can be down here. I won't even know because she goes directly to my sister or my mama. They don't even talk to me like that. Won't even let me know.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Grandma not stupid. Grandma is an older woman who wants to be in her grandchild's life. Grandma ain't getting in your business. Your mama not getting in your business. You sitting around wanting everybody to feel sorry for you. You're a grown-ass man who cannot keep a job. You're a grown man. For some reason, you can't even keep a woman because you keep going from house to house to house to house. It might sound like you might be the problem. And it's crazy because that's the same thing I just was saying earlier. Right? If I know my son had a kid, I'm gonna behave. I want to keep good contact with my grandkid. Again, some men ain't thankful for that. At least the mother is smart enough to say, you know what, I ain't getting in the middle of this. I don't know how much longer I got, but I want to be in my grandchild's life. You should have took notes from your mama. You need to take notes from your mama. Because whatever mama did and whatever your sister did, you can do too. That go to show you she's not bitter. You thought she was bitter, but now that you said the family took to her, then she's not bitter. And she got other kids. That's how they do it. The word responsibility. The word is responsibility and keep a J. O B B B B B B. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know who he think he fooling. Your mama showing you, boy, if you do things this way, she's going to respond this way. But you want to call her itches and all this other stuff. Even mama ain't feeling, even mama not feeling sorry for you, right? Even mama is not feeling sorry for you. Again, she's choosing to take care of her grandson instead of a grown ass man. You want to be out there with all them girls. They get mad, kick you out. They get mad, kick you out. Your brother house, did they kick you out? I don't think he understands how he's sounding right now, but it's okay. I'm only here to bring awareness. Remember, I'm doing this so nobody cannot say I do not want to hear the man's side of the story. This is a man's side of the story. I didn't watch this, so I don't know what he's going to say. He could have said something totally different, but I wanted to keep it equal opportunity. Let's go.
Know what the bitch doing, won't let me know shit. For years, she been keeping them away from me. And it's like, people don't understand how hard this shit is. Like, I don't start making this video because it was to the point like, it's like I'm tired of working these motherfucking jobs, never making no money, never having enough to take care of myself. I'm like, man, let me see this video can go viral or anything. Because I know it's 1,000 other motherfuckers just like me going through the same shit. Like,
Trade a man's pamphlet.
Shit just make me so mad. When
Using a black woman.
So hard, you've been paying child support. You've been doing everything you're supposed to do as a man.
No.
You never say that I'm not taking care of myself.
No, you in arrears. You wasn't.
But it's just the whole.
You owed $7,000. You was in arrears, sir.
Why does the man get drugged through the fucking mud? Like, for like 16, 17 years, I'm about to be 38 this year. Don't own shit. Stay with my motherfucking mama.
I told you his mama. I told you his mama.
Off the streets. In and out of jail because of child support warrants. Like,
God dang it. I told you. Your mama, boy. And you see why these men cannot fight you for custody? Because they ain't got nowhere to stay. They can't fight. I keep telling you, we make it easier for you men. You just got finished stating that, yeah, I take care of my kid. But then again, you owe arrears. They took your money because you owe it. You're not taking care of your child. You would never have to go to court, sir, if your child payment is up to par. That has really nothing to do with her. That is the court system. You can't. Your kid about 16 years old, baby. It'll be almost over, right? It'll be over soon. I don't know about the one with the 20-year-old, but I don't. If any, you know, I'm gonna look at the comments, right? You know, I'm gonna check the comments, right? I want to see who the rest of the dusties that go, yeah. How the other men can't keep a job, can't do nothing. How the other men want to run the street? How many men who did not want to finish school, make something out their life, have a kid, so even if they do got to pay child support, they're good. No, that's why I tell men, let them take it directly out your pay. Teens are more expensive. Man,
shit, but hey, If it just sound like I just keep going and going, like, man, I gotta get this shit off my chest. You feel me? I ain't used to this streaming shit. Like, I tried to be, cause it's like I don't even have the patience to do this shit. I don't know how to edit and all that shit. It's like I've been trying to get my CDL because I love to drive. Like, I can drive all day, and my people know that I can't get no help. It's like once you're a family,
Stop.
Once you get on child support, and you already ain't got no real type of family, and your baby mama can just infiltrate your family and turn your whole family against you over your son. It's like black men ain't got no men out here. You feel me? We try our best to deal with everything and keep our head up and be strong, but it get to a point like, damn, like we ain't even getting on the fact where you can't even get no bitch if you ain't got no money or no car. No, we ain't even getting that. I don't put that shit in the back of my mind because these hoes ain't shit anyway. What I'm saying is, when they beat you down to the point you and your son don't even have that same relationship, like since the first day he was born, I was there. Me and my baby mom, we even had a house together at one point. I'm taking care of him, like I'm giving him money, like we're doing everything right. You know how that shit go. But eventually, it's not gonna work. Seasons change, bitches change. Nigga, she can have a whole nother man, everything. Bitch done got married, and you're still calling these child support people. Still, I done begged this motherfucker multiple times. They be like, okay, can you just take me off? This bitch tell me every time, I can't take you off. It's court order. Bitch, I done seen so many guys get off this shit just by the woman calling up there and telling them to take them off.
She ain't taking you off, right? That's why you mad.
Like, man, the only thing I can get is $240 worth of food stamps. You feel me?
Gosh.
It's crazy, y'all. Like, that's why I had to make this video, because I know it is multiple men out here that's going through the same shit. You feel me? You see why I'm at now? I ain't even at work. You know what I'm saying? I just got out like November. You feel me? Trying to get a job or whatever. It's like after you get locked up, they see this shit. They figure, oh, what did you do? Oh, what's your child support? Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, we'll give you a call if we need you. Been dealing with that shit the whole goddamn time. You feel me? Like for 2 months. Can't find a job. Can't make nothing happen. Family won't help me. They figure, oh, we help you by just letting you stay in this motherfucker all day. Can't borrow no car. Can't do shit. Just stuck in this motherfucker. You feel me? I ain't making no goddamn excuses or whatever, but it's to the point like, okay, I ask my baby mama all the time, if you wasn't able to get income taxes like 5+ bands for 16 years.
I thought it was 20 years.
My settlement, my wages from my checks. If you would have got that, do you think you would be in a house or have your own car? Income taxes are designed to help you elevate at the end of the year every year. The whole time I've been working, I never got one tax check.
Aww.
Asked her to let me claim him one time.
Aww.
You ain't claiming him. You ain't doing this and that. Like, it's to the point, man, motherfucker just want to get a pistol and just go ham. You feel me? Because it's like, motherfucker, don't nobody care until you act crazy. You feel me?
But then you going back to jail.
It's different because I see a lot of them motherfuckers on child support. They're like, man, I don't give a damn shit. They just stuck in the hood, living with their mama, their auntie.
No, that's you.
Oh, I don't care about child support. I'm slanging. It ain't even about that. I want more out of my life. I want my son to see me elevate. I want a house he can come home to. I want to be able to pick him up by myself instead of be driving like some little ass boy or something. You feel me? When you
See what's gonna happen, young man. By the time that happened, you're gonna be going to your son's house, right? You're gonna be going to your son's house. You're gonna be going to your son's house. Don't worry about it, right? In a couple of years, you're gonna be going to his house, and he's gonna pick you up and drive you around because you're such a good father. But little do men know. Even though he's like not responsible, and that's the reason why it's hard for him to get a job, because by you not, it's an obligation. Child support is an obligation, right? So according to a person that is hiring you, it doesn't matter what the obligation is. It shows that you are unable to do it. That's why they don't hire you. That is the purpose of getting a diploma, right? Even without you even stating what the diploma is for. The diploma really just means that you started something and you finished it, and you did what you had to do to finish it, right? That means you have an obligation. You stuck to it. That's what diplomas really mean, right? It doesn't really mean that you're going to get a job if you have a diploma, but it shows when you put your mind to something, you get the job done. I went to school every day. I got there on time, my assignment, because that's what an employer looks for. Regardless of what, they want to see how you are as a person. So you're not doing what you have to do to fulfill that obligation. Even though it's child support, it's still an obligation. And if you could come up with excuses and problems why you can't pay it or why you did not pay it, he's going to say, once I hire you for this job, I'm going to be hearing a bunch of bullshit. I said, this is about awareness, right? So I'm not even like getting on a young man. I'm just saying how an employer feels. If you giving me excuses, I put you to work. Oh, I can't come to work today. Oh, because blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm running late today. Well, I was late today because oh, I can't come. They're not trying to hear that. That's the purpose of them looking at a resume. They want to see if you're stable. They want to make sure it's how many jobs you have. If you have 50 million jobs that do not look good on your resume, it just shows you can't hold a job. You don't have no longevity. That means you're not responsible. So it's not the fact that you owe arrears or you owe money. It's showing, okay, if you keep going here, why you ain't paying? You've been to work. That means you couldn't keep some of the jobs that you had. That's what put you in arrears. See, y'all don't understand how people think when they hiring you. You had jobs before the first time you went to child support court for not paying arrears. What was you doing that you couldn't keep that job and pay your child support? You kept effing up with the jobs. It's not about the child support, but it's showing that you can't hold on to a job. So that's how you got in arrears, because you couldn't hold on to a job. And when you can't hold on to a job, you wasn't even smart enough to take her back to court and get it lowered. Remember, it goes, what income is it? Where are they getting your total amount from? If you don't keep a job and you having so many problems, how are they coming up with a figure? So which means whatever your child support is not much. It's not much because you're not holding onto a job. So you didn't take them back to lower it, or they did lower it and you can't pay that neither. You probably pay the lowest of the low. And then on top of that, they're not going to show you no mercy because you have no bills. You have no bills. Why you can't pay child support when you have no bills? You live with all these different people. You ain't got to pay rent. You ain't got to do none of that. You living with mama and brother, family members. You have no bills. You going into this court. You don't have nothing. See, men need to get the same way they like to give us a reality check. Y'all need a reality check also. And I can tell you play games with the baby mother. She ain't playing with you no more. You talk nice to her. Oh, just go get me off. And then you want to call her names. She ain't playing these games with you. And she even got married. She even found her a good man and got married. A lot of these problems, the same way women cause problems themselves, y'all men do also. He's trying to look for that. He's too busy trying to look for. Then I gotta get my glasses. He too busy trying to look good for that next dummy with all that jewelry on. And don't let it be back pay from the system. That women don't get much. You're probably paying them back. Yeah, they paying them back. Ignorant. See, if you are a manosphere or a red pill or a deadbeat person yourself, remember this comes in the pamphlet book. So, of course, they're going to agree with you. But any real grown man who has been taking care of his responsibilities ain't trying to hear you. And they know that ignorant pays. What did he say? This video should go viral. I put this out here so it will go viral. Because it's a lot more men like him. It's a lot more men like him. Ninja, you ain't got no bills. You can't pay your child support. You can't get a job nowhere will hire you, or just certain jobs you ain't gonna work. Tell the truth now. Certain jobs you're just not gonna work because it's beneath you. It's beneath you. No, I'm not working at Mickey D's. That's beneath me. And I already told you people, even in the state, what state is that? Is it Los Angeles? Somebody help me out. Where the minimum wage is now $20, and they fired a lot of people because, like I told you, AI is going to have them jobs. Y'all bullshitting. Y'all keep on bullshitting. AI is going to have, it's LA, right? AI is going to have them jobs. So they are firing. Yeah, they raised the minimum wage because they knew that they're not keeping all of y'all. They're not keeping all of y'all. So the pay for it, once they pay you guys, it's still going to equal the same thing. They don't care if I give you $20 because I'm going to fire this person to make up for that $20 just so it could stay even. And matter of fact, we're going to fire a couple of other people because we're going to make people do self-checkout, right? We're going to have people doing the job of the cashier and check out their own stuff. Some people like to check out, but they don't know every time you use self-checkout, you're saving the company money. Because I don't have to hire anybody. That is now your job. They put the camera right there to see if you scan, you swipe, goodbye. Why? There is no need, even for AI at that point, because you're doing the job. Says he needs to say that out loud. Listen to how stupid that he sounds. He's not the only one. Hey. Hey, Miss Rod. Walmart has started charging people to do self-checkout because too many people were stealing. Let me tell you something. Walmart set up there and stole from a lot of people too. Y'all ain't see my video? Walmart had stole from a lot of people. Walmart had allegedly, now this is a whole company. This is not no regular, this ain't no regular corner store. You know how many people swipe their fucking card in Walmart? And then it cleaned them out. The banks may have given people back their money. Walmart didn't give back that money. Walmart cleaned a lot of people out. And if you are on food stamps, and then how did somebody walk into Walmart allegedly? And this happened at Target too. It happened to a lot of these big stores. How was all of a sudden either somebody put something in the, if you got a camera right there, the camera is going to check me to see if I'm stealing, right? It's going to check and see if you're stealing, but it's not going to check and see that somebody put a chip in the swipe, the thing you swipe your card on. Y'all didn't see that though, right? Walmart kept all that. I remember before Target did it. All of a sudden, well, somebody compromised it. And these people were cleaned out. And we all people stealing from them. Y'all got people, it was a lot of old people had to fight for their money. So if you use your debit card, you were cleaned out. If you use your food stamp card, they did not get that money back because that money is not insured. So they had people. Well, I know with my card, I was at four different Walmarts at the same time. At the same exact time. I was at four. How the hell can you do that? How can you do that? And depending on how much money you got in the bank, baby, Walmart got all that. I don't hear nothing about them people stealing. And it happened to people. Now, all of a sudden, they have new machines there. They got fucking cameras up and down each aisle. But y'all didn't see who stuck something in there to steal all these people money? Yeah. Inside job. But let me just get back to homeboy over here. But what I'm saying is it still goes with it. Y'all men better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. And all that robbing and stealing, that's going to stop too. Because they're going to have RoboCop out there and they're going to have cameras everywhere. That's going to zoom into everything. They're going to be catching y'all. They're not playing with y'all. Y'all men going to have to grow up and y'all going to have to find a hustle. And it's going to have to be a legal hustle. Oh, you saw that, my little short? Stop playing. And to my head, even though I still go to Walmart here, and not to mind you, there is no Walmart in New York City. There is no Walmart. We got to drop out of New York City to go to Walmart. So you know I'm really mad. I'm still mad too. As I hear the word Walmart, I get very upset. I want to cry. But still, See, you got these men, right, that's pushing this stupidness instead of teaching, instead of these men passing valuable information to other men, they push this bullshit, right? So your mind could stay on women and hate for women all day instead of pushing valuable information. They're not pushing, go, you need to get this job or do this. They're not trying to push them to be self-sufficient. They're pushing them with this rhetoric right here, this bullshit right here. But as time go, y'all men, women too, better get their act together. But the 304 is always going to have a job. That's the oldest job in the book. A 304 always going to have a job. Men like tricks. It is what it is. Men like tricks. And they're going to pay for it. They're going to have a job. What you going to do? What are you going to do? He felt like the world is over because he's listening to these other dumb men. It was not directing him in the right places. Even Boss Jackie said there are places that help men get back on their feet. Yeah, there are. But they don't even have men of tricks or men of tricks. Well, what the hell? Either way. Men like treats. Men like treats that
more out of life, especially. And you can see what's going on out here. You ain't just some sleep motherfucker, man. They make it even more hard for you. I'm talking, I be having logical conversation with these child support people with the. Once you get logical, folk, they get the.
I'm going to come out of the. It's going to come out as supposed to.
How the fuck you know if I'm taking care of my kids or not? All you see is the fucking money. Money alone is not taking care of no motherfucking kid. You need black women just build into this system that's tearing down black men. Wonder why y'all motherfuckers alone. Like,
see, I told you that's in the pamphlet. That's in the pamphlet. That is in the pamphlet. You want to tell the black man there? Look at the black woman. That's why y'all don't know your baby mama married. She ain't alone. Didn't you just say she got a husband? She not alone. But it's in the pamphlet to say that. But you can't speak for every woman. You're talking about your child support and your baby mama, and your baby mama is not alone. She got a whole husband, right? That's in the pamphlet. Y'all better get your act together. I remember back in the days, right? Good mothers, right? Because you do got some trifling women out there. You do got some trifling women that's out there. You know what the mothers say to their sons? Keep every receipt, right? When you go in that court, you got to have some proof. You cannot go in the court with word of mouth. I know I'm taking care of my kids. They didn't ask you how much time you spent with your kids. They want to know your financial obligation. They didn't ask you if you see your kid every day. They didn't ask you if you pick the kid up and go, hey, high five. They didn't ask you that. A real mother, but not saying your mama not real, because we know your mama real. We like your mama. Because she still has a relationship with her grandson. We like your mama. But I'm talking about in general. When you get your sons and your son is doing what's right, a woman, not a man, a woman is going to guide you. Because we know the tricks that they are going to play. First thing you tell your son is everything you do, you keep a receipt. The date is on the receipt. Right? And back then, they also, I don't know if you could do it now, but in a sense, you got Cash App now. That'll be a receipt, right? That'll be a receipt. You gave her money. But I think back then, they used to have to write out checks. I mean, like every generation is different. A money order. They used to tell you to pay it in a money order. So if she cashed it, you have the receipt. Now you have all these things. They call it a gift. That if you put payment for child support payment on that Cash App, and she accepts it, and it has child support on it, it is no longer a gift. But you have to write it in there, right? So when he show his receipts and he puts that note there, he put that note, child support, and he does it weekly. Now, if he doesn't put that, then it's a gift. But that's if you remember, you still go to court and you still can work that out, right? You could go to court and get it worked out that the court doesn't have to pay the child. The money doesn't have to go through the court. The money can go, you and her can work out whatever y'all want. And y'all can also work out the payments if you and the baby mother is cool. A lot of women do it that way also. So if you do it that way and you send her the money, you put child support on it because the court already knows you're going to send this money. Hey, information man, what's up, my brother? What is up? Always good to see you. Right? Like I said, a mother, if she's a good mother, because I keep telling you, there are trifling women that is out here, right? Trifling women. Even on the money order, it should be written. Exactly. But either who, if you are going to make sure it's still an order. I am good, my brother. If it's still an order, make sure you write a note on there. And once she accepts it, that is your receipt. Right? If you do, believe me, if a mother is going to train her son, right? A real mother, you ain't going to put no, especially if he's a mama boy, you're not pulling no tricks on her son. You ain't going to do it. But a mother can't help her son if he doesn't help himself, right? We can't help you if you don't help yourself. Now, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, mama going to tell you all her tricks because she's a woman herself, right? No, you are not doing that to her baby boy, right? No, you're not. She's going to tell you exactly what to do. That's why I said, if he will follow his mother, follow what his mama is doing, he'll be off the hook. The mother is showing you how to keep a relationship with your son's mother. She's showing you how to throw up the white flag and everybody win. That's what she's showing you. But you're not listening. You're not listening. You're not following her direction. See, instead of always like I said, this is about awareness. And like I said, I'm the middle person. I don't do women this, man that. All of these shows that talk about women so much, take the time out to put some shows on to school these men. Show them the ropes. Show these young men how to better their lives. That will be better than saying, hey, a woman need her place or know her role. Woman is no. That be like a grown man need to pull that young man on the side and do some more videos. Show them how to work the child support system. It's a system. Show them how to work it. Show them how they can stay in a child's life. Show them there is support. Show them places where to go if they happen to get in the system because they was young and dumb, right? And probably didn't pay it, but now you have got older and now you have matured. Show them the places that where they can go, where they can get their life back on track. Put the information out there for the men. You don't have to go after women. School these young men. A lot of them ain't have no fathers or whatever. Y'all want to keep this gender war going. It's not going nowhere. Yeah, definitely encourage them to be what's up, 8? Having a friendship with the mother of my children is so nice. It's stress-free being a team despite not being together. I be telling people it's a beautiful thing for the kids. Exactly. Because you got to pay for your kids. You have to pay for your kids. And I encourage men too. Make sure you seek your visitation rights, right? She got rights, you got rights too. But the problem is a lot of men, again, child support works for you. Be thankful that the stress is not on you, it's on the mother. The struggle is on the mother. You may not want to pay the child support, but if you go get your kid, the struggle is now on you 24 hours of a day. I keep telling you, you can do whatever you want to do. Child support is helping you to still live your life. And yes, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for anything in life. But you get to go and come as you please. You don't need a babysitter. You can get any job you want, whatever hours that they give you. Because the struggle was if the struggle was on you, baby, your life would be different. Your life would be totally different. Let's say you get this dream job and you're a single dad. You might not can't get that job no more. Because your life now revolves around the child's life. Taking them to school, picking up them from school. I'll pay that money so I don't have to struggle. It benefits you. But to make sure she get what she wants, make sure you also get what you want. And you want mandatory visitation rights. Get that in writing also, right? I want the child every other weekend, every other holiday. And you want that documented too, right? See, the real men don't play no games. A lot of times that depends on what age you have the kid to, right? Same way we say the woman is young, that will go for the men also, right? That's why the same rule apply. I don't jump on men too much because these are still kids having kids. Like, what do you want from a 60-year-old boy? Like, he's not mature. I be telling these young girls all the time, what do you want from them? What do you want? You want them to be mature? They're 16 to 18. A lot of them are under 21 years old. What was you looking for? What was you looking for? Some of them, if they have the kids before they're 18 years old, you're looking for them to have a full-time job where they cannot have a full-time job. In certain places, they're not 18 yet. They can only work part-time, legally. You're looking for them to stay with you forever. That's not going to happen. They're going to do what boys do. Somebody have to give these little young girls a wake-up call too. Stop thinking that if you have this man, baby, he is going to be, no, he's going to be whatever he's going to be. He has to grow too. He has to mature too, Lord's willing. I give them grace also. Even though they out there making a bunch of babies, no, that's where you got to tell these young men, yo, you need to bag it up or, go get your stuff snipped off. And then when you find the woman that you want, get it reversed. right? You got to keep saying this over and over and over to these boys because they make these mistakes as boys and they got to pay for it. And I literally mean pay for it. Same way these young girls are stuck with these babies. If they put your ass on child support, you're stuck. Hey, we got to start with the youth, period. Start telling them the truth. Tell them the truth. We ain't got to put each other down to say this is how what is men supposed to do. And then tell these young girls, these are what young girls are supposed to do. Because you're going to make a lot of mistakes when you are the youth, but you want to save them from major mistakes. Be the example. Talk about women all day is not going to help them be a man. You talking about men supposed to be the provider. We're talking about freaking kids. And you got 18, 19-year-olds saying the same book pamphlet type of stuff to these young girls. Like, how are you supposed to provide? Like, what house do you got for me? Like, what apartment do you got for me? No, it don't go like that. It don't go like that. You got most of them ain't got no apartment. Majority of all them still living with their mother. He's 30, 28? How old he said he was? Living with his mama. We just seen a video. This was even back, I think that was 83. 83. Majority of all the men, and these are all grown men who look like their grandfathers, when they asked them where they lived, all of them said with their mama. They live with their mama. Y'all keep playing around. AI, I keep trying to tell you, AI is here. You think it's hard to find a job now, baby? It's going to be really hard. Because a lot of jobs, there's no going to be no use for humans. I keep telling you, they already got us doing self-checkout. Ain't no use for humans. So instead of having a cashier for each register, they're going to have 2 people there. So if you got a problem, they're going to walk over there and fix it. Go to the next one. You're going to scare your own stuff. You're going to pack your own bags. And then most of them machines are, they're not taking cash. So you don't even need a cashier to do no money transaction because the machines they don't take no money. It's strictly a swipe, right? We playing games. We are playing games. It's a disservice. It's a disservice that the manosphere is doing to the men. It's a disservice what the red pill community are doing to these young men. It's a disservice. You're making them feel entitled to something they did not work for. They are coming to these women, or not women, let me correct myself, these girls with a set of rules that they can't cash that check. You come into these young girls telling them what men are supposed to do, what are men roles and what are women roles, where they don't even have a job or an apartment. How dare you tell me you're going to provide, shut up, be your peace, but you ain't got nothing. And the manosphere is not preparing these young men to have something. It's a disservice. And on the other side, it's a disservice of these extreme women channels. Why would you teach? You're teaching these women how to be a woman to a man that's not a man. You're getting her ready, but who's getting the young black man ready? You getting her ready for who? An old man? You're getting these young girls ready for an old man? Because the young boys ain't got it. They're young. They ain't got it. So who are you preparing her for? All the men haters, right? That's a disservice. That's a disservice. This is where, and it's a shame that these disservices make a lot of money for the people who's pushing it. They don't care if they're destroying the young black boy because they are getting paid. They are getting paid. They don't even know their credit score. They don't know how to get credit. They don't even know how to work nothing, work their taxes. You should be talking about that every day. If you could give them advice for free about women, you should give them advice for free about how to be a better man. I mean, you're giving advice, right? You're making a lot of money giving advice for free. So why not give them the fucking game for free of how to be a man? They got to pay for special classes then, right? Now they got to pay for special classes. But every day you give something it's a disservice. Thank you, Pinky, 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 Pinky. You said don't be ashamed of working at Mickey D's. More AI doing that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now when you walk in there, there's one cashier. You come in there, you got to push the buttons. Push the button. Push the button, baby. Let's go. Let's finish listening to him.
And get mad at passport bros and all these motherfuckers for leaving. I don't get. Are y'all insane, retarded? Like what is it? I don't get this shit. You feel me? This shit just make you mad when you try your best. Like you're trying your best.
Try your best for you. Tell me how it works.
And just to back up, and y'all think I ain't just sitting up here just talking shit. I already showed y'all the Department of Driver Services shit. Talking about, oh, your privilege to operate vehicle will be suspended as a result of the following offense, non-compliance of child support. Motherfucker, I just got fired. You were just telling me in October that I was able to reinstate my license, which consists of I had to pay $500 for the reinstatement fees. $500.
How did you get fired, sir? Talk about how you got fired from your job. Talk about how you keep getting fired from your job. That's her fault too, right? You said, I just got fired. How you get fired? What happened? What happened? Let's go.
Another $30 to get them. Then I had to take the driver's test and the written part over again before I even get to do that. And never mind, it's been 10 years since I had my fucking license. Oh, you got to take the test again. We don't know if you can still drive. The week I'm about to go take my fucking test, you won't believe it. The week I'm about to go take my test, like a little ass boy, whatever, but fuck it. I was going to pass it anyway. I get locked up. Walking from the motel I was staying at. Yeah, I had to stay at a motel. Yeah, making $340, $350 a week. When your check's getting garnished, you ain't getting no income tax ever. Where the fuck you going but a motel? I'm about to go show y'all the paper, see how much I made. Like, y'all think I'm lying.
Don't show us, show the judge. You show the judge that. You could keep it zip. This bro ain't got no bills. He's with his mama and still complaining.
I had to crumble this shit up because I just filed my taxes online through TurboTax 2 weeks ago. Guess what? Out of 20,000, they was finna give me $756. That's state and federal. A week later, they hit me up saying my shit rejected.
I don't understand what's your point, right? Go knock yourself out. Knock yourself out.
Right here. Y'all probably can't see it.
Knock yourself out. I don't get your point, but okay.
But I'm trying to show y'all, like, I work. Like, I take care of my kids, and it's to the point you can't get sympathy from nobody you talk to. You can call the child support people right now. Hey, look, I'm trying to get my CDLs. Is there anything I can do? You can pay 10% of your arrears.
Duh. They gave you an answer.
Okay, what are my arrears? 30,000. So what I had to pay 3,000 for my.
How you $30,000 backed up, homie?
See, I made this video just to let people know, man. Like, it's bigger than this stigma, this bullshit on black men don't want to take care of their kid, don't want to do nothing. I got proof right here how they doing people. You feel me? Like, it don't matter how hard you do, how nice you try to be to people, how you try to work with them.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You only prove to us you're not keeping up on your you're only in arrears because you're not giving her the money. That's why you in arrears. You cannot be taking care of your kid and be in arrears at the same time. As far as financial obligation. You can't do it. You cannot be living with your mother. And at the same time, your son is at your sister's house and with your mother and you don't know. No, sir. That's not the proof. The proof, nothing. Other men who pay their stuff every week ain't saying this because they're not in arrears. They're paying their child support. No, sir. No, sir. You want to do what you want to do. You want to be jiggy. You want to buy gold teeth. You want to buy big chains. You want to buy rings. You want to buy a platinum watch. You want to take care of you. You want to look good for them streets. And them streets is what's got you into what you're into now. That's them streets. When you go out, you want to look good for them streets. You want to show, you got some bling bling. If you getting $350 a week, why you ain't paying your child support? If you're getting paid the money, why are you in arrears?
Out of anything, it doesn't matter, bro. Some women, and check this out. This is how I got on probation. In the first place, she was living with me and my mama back in like 2008. Cause her and her mama was going through it. Like, her mama was on drugs or whatever. Like, and they lost their house. Okay. She was living with me, her, my son, like with my mama. Like, everything was cool. Both working, handling business. I noticed, like, the last week she was there, she started acting funny and shit. Because I was working and I was hustling, you know what I'm saying? So she seen access to everything I had.
You see?
I wasn't really trying to hide shit.
See? And you ain't want to give her none.
Then my baby mama, like, she gonna work with me instead of against me.
See?
She started an argument the last week she was there, and like this argument came out of nowhere. We just sitting there chilling. Oh, you messing with these bitches out in this neighborhood. I'm thinking, shit. Like, what
told you. You want to look you for the streets. He just said it.
Vacation and everything. Left her car there at my mama's house. Didn't even leave the keys for me. Anyway. Come back.
I told you he for them streets. I just said you want to look good for them streets. And what did he say? Oh, she said you want to be out there with all the women out there. Yeah, you making all this money for the streets. Instead of taking care of your business, you for them streets. I just said it. That's for them streets for you.
Start an argument. Leave. The next day after she left, I get a letter in the mail saying you got to come to court for child support. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. I'm sorry posting on this motherfucker consistently now because I see like this vetting really helped me because it's exposing these dirty ass bitches out here. They love trying to make black men look crazy, like in any type of way. We already got to fight the system, the other races that's coming up because their women and men aren't bickering around. Oh, aka the Arabs, the Mexicans, whites, every other race is coming up while we sit around bickering it. For man, people always talking about the white man and all this shit. They're the worst. No, it's your own kind. Don't you understand it? It's not the white man, it's not the Arab, it's not the Mexican. It's our own kind doing us in. Yeah, man, it's like, but don't nobody give a damn what you go through. Like, yo, man, you gotta suck that shit up and deal with that shit. It don't matter. You ain't got time to cry. You ain't got time to think. You ain't got time to do nothing. Like, you just gotta deal with it. Like, don't no bitch. Don't nobody want to hear. Oh, I ain't got license because of child support. I ain't got my own spot because of child. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. You just a scrub ass nigga who can't get no bitches. Like that. That's what it is. Like, and the thing is, it ain't even about the bitch. Cause the Bible tell you that. The Bible tell you that ain't shit. You feel me? So just exit that shit out. You can't live, you can't work, you can't even provide for yourself. While this woman has access to your kids, she gets taxes every single year, untold sums, 8,000, 10,000, through all them thousands my baby mama get out. For 16 years of claiming my son, she has never gave me just, hey, here's $100. And this whole time she know I've been struggling, living on the streets. I able to get no car, get no license or nothing. She knows all this shit because she talked to my parents. Well, my dirty ass mama. My daddy did, R.I.P. to him, but it's like, man, motherfuckers just don't understand like the pressure and wonder why you got people out here going crazy, right? It's some motherfuckers just do shit for cause they stupid. And then some people doing shit because they got to. You feel me? I done called lawyers. I done called everybody possible to try to get some type of help. Like zero help. My sister and my mama best friend with the bitch. Can y'all just call her and just talk to her, just ask her to take me on child support since y'all cool? Like we ain't got to talk. You know I can't do that. But if you get to the point where you just get crazy and do some drastic shit to let people feel you're gonna be the bad guy. Nobody ever gonna know how your license getting took, how your taxes getting took. Out of 20,000, they were sending me 700 and they still blocked it. The IRS still blocked it. Never got my license suspended. Never had my license suspended. Like the only way my license been took is child support. Whole time I was working, I'm asking my family, can y'all just help me just put in your name? Y'all know I can drive. Your family won't even fucking help you. You understand that? Once you get this stigma on you, And they figure, okay, child support doing you dirty. Everybody's gonna follow your family. Everybody. You understand that?
Sir, you sort of kind of losing this argument. Even when your own family, even when your own family be like, nah, that mean it ain't got nothing to do with child support. That mean you be fucking up. And I'm not putting my name in nothing. Who's that little Scrappy? Please stop. Too old for the hustle. Mhm. And your own family say no. It ain't about that girl. It ain't about child support. It's about you. It's about you. And that makes the real men out there who pays their child support, who really doing the job, you making them look bad. People like this make them look bad. You got men that's out there who has their own apartment, their own house, they're paying bills, and still have to pay child support. You don't have no bills. You're living with your mama, and you can't get your life right. But then you got the real men that's out here that child support is putting a little dent. They still do it. They still take care of their responsibilities, but they're paying bills, buying their own food. But here you ain't got none. You have no bills. Your baby mama got bills. You live with your mama. She has a whole place for your child to stay. See, people that stop. You don't even have a refrigerator. That's your mama refrigerator. Your baby mama got a whole refrigerator for the child, a whole house for a child, a room, a car. You're not supplying none of that, but you want us to feel sorry for you when you don't have no bills. You already stated that you live with your brother, you in and out, woo, woo, woo. That means when you with a girl, you do you, that girl kick you out, then you got to go stay with somebody else. You have never been stable, really, for a long period of time. So you want to go after the woman who is supplying everything that you are not supplying for your child. And if you are in arrears, she's not living off of your money. Her bills still have to get paid. You're crying about arrears, which means she can't even count on your money because you're not giving it steadily. So she's taking care of your child. That's why she went shopping or whatever when she got the first arrears check. Because all the times that you don't give her money, she has to still take care of your son. A lot of these men are ungrateful. Not even a refrigerator, pink. Mm-mm. No, not even a refrigerator. No, ma'am. I forgot how old. I think he said 38, Jack. I think he said 38. Don't worry, guys. We almost finished. I might come back with something else, but you know, he got a good bed, some place to sleep. She ain't getting your money on a regular. That's how she take care of it. And you cry. You're talking about some how your life messed up when you don't have to supply nothing, and you don't got no bills. Ninja, please. He ain't said I lost my apartment because of child support. He ain't said I lost my house through child support. We ain't hear none of that. We heard him live in a lot of places though. And your own family said the shitka.
This just the first video in a minute. I'm so glad I woke up and did this today. I'm finna expose these. I'm finna expose these, man. I'm finna expose these, and if I got any other men that can help me, lead me in the right direction, or even add to this, like, it just hit me up. Like, every day I'm posting about these bitches, dog. The shit wrong, man. Gotta talk to my son all the time, because all he do is hear how I ain't shit, how I don't want to do for him. But I'm the one calling him and telling him, hey, you got money on your child support card. You got a tax check coming. Last time I did that, the bitch text me, don't be telling him he got no money. That money go to my bill. He don't run nothing. You're mad because I'm able to tell my son he has money? Yeah, man, but I just came to make this video. I'm gonna post later. This was just a random, like, get out the bed. Like, I had to get this off my chest, but
Now he's calling on Manosphere, Red Pill, help. Let me jump on this Manosphere Red Pill train so they could support me doing nothing with myself. That's what he's doing. Any man out there want to help me? Whoop, 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 whoop. Calling on the Manosphere. Hey, Kev. Who baby daddy is this? I don't know. I don't know. But whoop, 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 whoop. Calling on the Manosphere. Calling on the Red Pill. All the rest of y'all deadbeats. Please come help me. Help me. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Come help me. Come feed my ego. Come feed my ego for me. And help me bash. Instead of somebody better help you grow up. So now he wanted the people to call so his page can grow. He wants his page to grow. But the way his mother got it situated, he ain't never had no apartment, sir. Kev, he ain't never had an apartment. He lived with his mom. He lived with his mama. Oh. This video is done. This video is done. I will be back because I want to keep it about child support. But I will be back. Give me like 10, 15 minutes for the next show. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to close it out for you guys. Yes, I am.
In the land of real, there's a love that's true. Sugar love is her name, spreading sweetness too. Her voice like velvet, smooth as a summer breeze. A podcast, a soundtrack to everybody's ears. Sugar love, she's the queen of soul. A podcast, a place where the stories unfold. News and entertainment with a touch so sweet. She's the heartbeat of the community's beat. She brings the news with flavor like a cup of hot tea. Uncovering stories, bringing light to what we see. With her infectious laughter She uplifts every soul, sugar love. She's the one who makes us feel whole. She's the one who makes us feel whole. In the land of real, there's a love that's true. Sugar love is her name, spreading sweetness too. Her voice like velvet, smooth as a summer breeze. A podcast, the soundtrack